Hello, I'm Matt Adams. Welcome to GolfNow series of discussions with golf industry professionals working on the front lines of golf course management and operations. Today we're talking about economics of purchasing, maybe not the sexiest subject to talk about with golf course operations, but it is critically important to managing your facility. With me today, Andy Gaudette, the Vice President for Century Golf Partners, Dave Wasenda, the President of Applied Golf Course Management, and from GolfNow, Mike Hendricks and Ben Schmidt. Gents, thank you very much for joining me. So, how much effort do you currently put in to finding the best prices for the items that you use in your golf course every day? Maybe that's a hot dog bun or fertilizer. And what's the return on that? Gents, let's turn to you for a second if we can, because you guys as golf course operators are doing it for multiple facilities, and I'm sure it can speak to the fact that the time perhaps that you save in doing that can come back to you in your bottom line.
You know, I'll start. We have for years, I've been in the business with two large management companies in my career, and both of them use national account pricing. They'd have somebody that went out and negotiated national pricing. And, in some instances, it's a mandatory purchase at the clubs. In others, it's a strongly suggested purchase. But in our estimation, the time saved at the course level to go out and negotiate pricing, figure out who to buy with, sitting with sales reps for hours on end to choose a line, and the time spent on that or wasted on that sometimes at the course level is astronomical. So when you've got 15 courses out there, or 30, 40 courses like we do, the time at the clubs that they can be now in front of members and guests is critical. So it saves us. I think it might not save us money from the labor standpoint, but as far as the purchasing, we have a strong, consistent price that we're paying for everything.
What do you think, David? Do you see benefits in it?
Sure, and I think what it does is it systemizes your business a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it also it standardizes things where I'll take example of when we were a 6-course operator. Really, we're just negotiating deals course by course, location by location, and as we started to grow, we knew that, to get better, to service our clients better, to be a better business, we had to venture into this national account, world that, you really didn't know. And I think where it benefits is, like Andy was saying, I think it benefits all levels. It takes a lot of the hassle away from the level at the course level. Mm-hmm. It puts the onus on our corporate staff to go out and negotiate those deals, and also to be able to look at the big picture and say, okay, well, we're not looking at course 1 or course 2, we're looking at course 15, and what products are the same across the board that we use on a regular basis that we can then go after that vendor or a program mm-hmm. that we could benefit. And again, it's all about benefiting the clients at the end of the day.
And what we see in a lot of areas is because you have a national account, you get the service. You get better service because it's an important account to that corporation. Mm-hmm. And in some instances, it's the local rep, but the corporation really gives you the attention that you deserve. Where if you're a single course operator, you might not get that attention.
Mike, where would you put this idea of the economics of purchasing and how to approach it from a course operator's perspective and the list of the most important things to be doing?
So I've always been a revenue first person, right? To solve problems or to create growth, I like to focus on growing revenue first, but clearly saving or cutting costs is part of the equation. There's no question about it. I've learned a lot about the amount of time it takes to go and find these deals, right, or to go negotiate this rebate or that. It's quite an investment, and so I think that this is actually another value that a management company delivers. We have a product that we deliver as well, a group purchasing product. It is very, very important that every golf course is participating on some level in a way to save money. And so whether you're part of 16 or 40, right, or you're an individual golf course and you need to find a way to get into some kind of group purchasing organization, I struggle to see how that doesn't make sense to do one of the two.
Well, there's a connection to it too, in fairness, because when I was a golf course operator running courses, the time that I was investing in finding the best purchasing options was time taking away from me to be investing in how to grow the revenue.
That's right.
So it makes sense to reach out. Now, Ben, you just heard Mike, and I believe he was alluding to the programs that you guys manage in terms of how you can help GolfNow. Through GolfNow, you can help with programs that can help people maximize their purchasing.
No question. Mike said we have a product called GolfNow Ride. It's a group purchasing organization. You know, with management companies, it's not necessarily something new to that world. You guys, we heard them say they both participated in these going back years. Where I think this has really benefited is at that individual course level person, that mom and pop owner, that now this can afford them the opportunity to perhaps get some of the value that these guys have been seeing in GPOs for years.
How eye-opening is it? And when you really get into this with people and you start to help them with these programs and all of a sudden they realize whether it's savings in time, but savings in time, in my belief, ends up returning itself in revenue generation. What's it like for them?
Well, it's actually pretty neat. It's a pretty cool opportunity to be able to take a set of data and present to a partner and say, you know, this is what you're spending today. Through our program, this is what you can spend tomorrow.
Wow.
And it's real money. I mean, this really matters, and to be able to come to a partner and drive that sort of value is it's very rewarding.
And to tie it back to what Andy said, because I think it's really key, if ultimately that means you get to be with your customer face to face more often, that's a win, right? It's hard to understand how that's not a great thing for your facility.
And I would also say that it's a commitment. So when you get into pricing and a national account pricing, bulk buying, it's a commitment by somebody somewhere in the company. It's just not clicking a button and saying, okay, well, now I got great pricing. You know, it's constant monitoring, it's constant reevaluating the products you're using. Can we use an alternative product that our buying group still offers that can, you know, benefit us 90 to 100% of what the current product offers without customers seeing a difference, or golf quality, you know, condition of the golf course changing. So I think the advice would be to operators or to anyone is that if you're going to decide to jump into this arena, even though it's taking time away, maybe hopefully it's not taking the time of the face of the business away, but somebody in the back office that's going to commit to it.
Yes. You know what's interesting, Andy? Collectively, you two guys have almost 70 years of experience in golf facility management. I'm curious, in your experience, when you reached the threshold that when you dialed the phone and called whoever it was, now they were willing to pick up and go, yeah, the way you phrased it before, to use your term, an important enough account.
You know, gosh, today I still don't feel like I'm that guy. You know, I've just been blessed. I've had 2 jobs in my life, and both of them have been with large management companies. So the name of the company has carried the weight for me. And you know, they are top quality management companies, both of them, leaders in the business. And it's been easy for me, much easier for me than anybody else, just because of the companies I've been associated with.
It had to be an evolution for you.
Sure, and you know, we run our business very humbly, so those calls are only for break in case of emergency only calls. You know, where you know we have to get something done, it's not getting done, and you're picking up the phone. So I could say most of our partners are great with us. It was hard getting over the hump, like that. You know, the military drill, you got to get over that wall, and we kept falling and falling until finally you know, we got over, and now, you know, we have enough where we can have a civil conversation, not push our weight around, but just say, hey, here's what we have. And most vendors at this point will say, hey, we'll sit down and listen to you because this could be good.
I think the beauty of it is, Mike, is that, to use that example, to get over that wall, somebody has to let you up on their shoulders and push you over the top of it. Now GolfNow is there to help people do just that.
Sure, or Dave or Andy's, but it's okay to ask for a little bit of help, right? I mean, that's kind of what makes us all better, is when we're willing to accept help, and so I think that's a great way to phrase it.
Yeah, and plus it comes from an understanding of what those needs are too, which is another important point. Guys, thank you for joining us for today's discussion. Appreciate your company as well, and yours. Thank you.